All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to The Replacements. I'm Miranda.
And I'm Jackie, and she went to Iowa State, and I went to Alabama.
And we're by far the two biggest football fans, let alone female football fans, you will ever meet.
Especially in Los Angeles.
And college football. Welcome to our show. So to start off this week, we want to talk about USC versus Stanford.
It happened. They lost. Sorry, guys. It was either going to happen sooner or later.
First of all, I didn't think this would happen. And if Matt Barkley really wants to be a Heisman hopeful, I think he kind of threw it out the window the past 3 weeks. If you get sacked 5 times and your completions are like 20 for 41, like you're not looking like a Heisman hopeful for me. So.
Oh, no, and you certainly weren't looking like a number 2 ranked team, falling after to number 13. So
yes.
I think that was a product of them being grossly overranked in the first place.
Overranked, overrated, and we see your true colors now, USC.
Sorry, but it's better to climb the charts than it is to fall from high. So the conference that I came from is the Southeastern Conference, the most hated conference in the nation right now for the 6 national championships in a row. The SEC right now, though, it's kind of standing for sloppy Eastern Conference because you really aren't playing very well. Between Arkansas losing to Louisiana Monroe and then getting shut out by Alabama yesterday, Florida and Tennessee not doing that great.
No.
Georgia, I don't even know what the hell you're doing in the top 10.
And now you're top 5.
Yeah, okay.
You're number 5 now.
I'm sorry.
We don't know what you've done to become number 5. We're okay with you being like top 15, top 10.
Yes.
But number 5, you haven't played anyone that bumps you up to number 5 yet.
Exactly.
So we're still waiting to see.
Oh, you're on my list. One of the games that ended up happening this past college football weekend was Tech falling to Pitt. I knew this was gonna happen at one point or another. You're not the Hokies, you're the Jokies. Stop resting on this whole 10 game, let me just get to the ACC championship and then go to the Orange Bowl when it doesn't even matter. What fucking do? By the way, how is Pitt even a great opponent when they're named after a sweaty underarm?
A surprising game this weekend that broke my heart, literally, was Notre Dame versus Michigan State. This is our favorite Sparty, go green,
go white,
that we love. And I was really disappointed in Le'Veon Bell. He only rushed for 77 yards. I mean, I called it out in last week. I was like, he's my Heisman hopeful. I don't know if that's going to happen now.
It's the one-man team.
Maxwell, their quarterback, did a pretty good job. I mean, he was pretty consistent between the past 2 weeks and this week. But Le'Veon Bell wasn't. And when you don't have the entire offense working together, it doesn't work. And their defense was playing extremely sloppy compared to what they normally do. So, Michigan State, you broke my heart this week, and you lost to the Irish. Shame on you!
So some other pretty good wins actually that ended up happening was Mizzou sought a little redemption after that Georgia game and ended up beating Arizona State, and also a little icing of the kicker redemption as well. Way to go, Pickle.
Wisconsin barely squeaked by Utah State. Now, this is not impressive. You really need to pick it up if you even want to be a big competitor within the Big Ten this season. So, Utah State isn't a super impressive win. So, according to us, get on it, dude.
Yeah, hurry up. The Big Ten, though, it's wide open.
Yes, there's not where we thought it was originally Michigan State, Michigan, or Wisconsin. Nebraska is no longer an option. It's none of you now. So.
I don't know, and Ohio State can't do anything about it regardless of what Urban Meyer would like to do this year. So, I don't know, sanctions, they stop.
Looking ahead to next week's games, a few that we're really excited. Of course, as always, we're going to do our individual picks, so you'll get to know who we think is going to win every game, and you can watch our competition against each other as well. But first game that we're looking forward to is Cal versus USC. And as we've seen from USC from the past weeks, I wouldn't be surprised at this stage if they get blown off by a cupcake team.
They're not a team that enjoys the defeat of losing a close game, particularly like the Stanford game. And then later in the season, I bet they'll probably beat Oregon again because this is just what they do. They like to get up for the certain games that they feel are the toughest. That's a mental attitude, and that's coming from Coach Kiffin. Pete Carroll was able to win most or all of his games and then get to the national championship more than once. It's not USC's mentality, it's a coaching mentality.
Yeah, they're completely thinking that they can squeak by all these teams that aren't rated within the top 15, and they're just going to blow them out of the water, and then they show up to play, and everyone else shows them, that they're equal to them.
Yeah.
They're not as good as they think they are.
At the end of that USC game versus Stanford this last week, they just looked so tired. They were worn out.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't want to play the whole game, and I think because they've been used to sticking the second string in by the end of the game, and they're
not conditioned to play the entire time.
They don't hit much during the summer either, and it shows.
Yeah.
So maybe you should start hitting each other a little bit. I'd be happy to hit one of you. Well, moving on over to the SEC, we have LSU versus Auburn, and I wish that this was actually going to be a game worth watching, but I think that LSU is going to kick the crap out of Auburn. It's not only because I don't like Auburn, but mainly just because Auburn's such really bad lately. What the hell is up with Long Monroe being like the sleeper team of the Sun Belt?
They're trying to be Iowa State.
That's what's happening.
Oh, I'm sweating.
Let's get this over with.
So the next game that I'm excited for next weekend, and it's not because I'm a fan of either team, because I'm not, but Michigan versus Notre Dame. I would assume, from the way things have been going, that Michigan's going to win. But from the way Notre Dame played last week against Michigan State, I guess they can surprise me now. It's a game to watch out for.
This is one of those games where I just want like an asteroid to hit the field.
and no one wins!
Is it possible for you both to lose?
If they both score 0,
they still call it a tie. Let's move on.
Last game that we're really looking forward to for next week is Arizona versus Oregon. This is because Arizona has already surprised us this season, and Oregon's already one of our favorites because they're fast and they play quick and it's fun and it's exciting. But Arizona is closely approaching, so.
I don't know. Arizona surprised everybody last week, so maybe there'll be a little bit of competition. Oregon hasn't been playing anybody of their own caliber.
No.
So we will see.
Hopefully this one is a little bit closer on the same playing field.
Yes. Alright guys, well thanks so much for watching this week. If you enjoyed more of our ridiculousness, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Come Get Benched.
And our Facebook is Watch the Replacements. We'll be around Los Angeles as always. We're going to be doing a meet and greet in 2 weeks. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, watch for us. And we're super excited. So watch for our individual videos this week and let us know your thoughts. Other than that, go State.
Roll Tide.
Bye guys.